Hey guys, back again, working on the railway embankment still. Quite a long build, but it's progressing quite nicely. Had a couple of questions about actually doing the base blocking and blending sort of the grass mats into the rest of the surrounding ground. So I'm not going to do it on camera just simply because I'm not set to do it. But I will kind of give a better explanation, so if you don't care to listen to that, then this video is probably not going to be for you. But I do have some other new stuff, so maybe you might want to watch. So yeah, about blending the grass mat. So yeah, here, just to recap briefly, I cut the grass mat patches, and they're odd shapes. They got the sort of jagged edges, and there is quite a lift between the ground and the top of the static grass mats. It's about a 7 mil distance. So what happens when you put the blocking on, sort of cover up what I don't want to show you yet. What happens when you put it on, this is just with the mix I use and a bit of the super turf. What happens is, I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but you do have distinct lines where it transitions. Now, those aren't too bad, because just imagine that the grass grew a little bit, I don't know, better there, or taller, or wasn't flattened down, or for whatever reason. Now, the only thing is, what you don't want is you can see all the way around it, full, distinct shape. There's an easy way to get around that. You, like I said before, use shrubs, use trees, use rocks, use whatever, fences, to break up those edges. So, just placing, not actually gluing, but if I were to take some clump foliage right here, for instance, I have this sort of running down the slope. Now, a real easy fix for that is if I start putting on some clump foliage just right on the border of that. So now, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's starting to break that edge up. Now, you don't want to outline the shape, because then you're just defeating the purpose, and you're actually highlighting the grass even more. What you do want to do is start trailing it down. Make some artificial shapes, some artificial ridges, some artificial sort of designs to break up that defined shape that you had. So already it's starting to take shape. Maybe a nice tree would be here to sort of cover that over, and then you're not seeing the whole outline of the shape. So I mean, there's no rhyme or reason or method to doing it correctly, but it's a necessary sort of step to breaking up the defined shape. If you like the defined shape, then go to it. Just leave it as is. But I don't like it, my customer doesn't like it, and most people won't. So just use some shrubs, use different colors, use different textures. You can use more super turf. Even without the shrubs, I've already added in some sort of spongy super turf, kind of to break that up. Other things you can do are add in sort of lichen, or what I've done at the bottom, there's a sharp edge. I don't know if you've seen that before, but there's a sharp edge, and what I did is I didn't want to totally reveal it yet, but oh yeah, by the way, I said I would give a shout out. I was surfing the web last night because I wanted to do some rock using bark chips. So I just surfed the web, see who's doing it, see what methods they use, and I came across Terrainaholic, and I've never seen any of his vids. Pretty much the reason I didn't get out any vids last night is because I spent most of the night watching his. So he's got all kinds of wicked stuff. Check him out. Yeah, so basically I watched his stuff on bark, and so I'm not going to bother doing it. I mean, watch his, it's much better than quality than I could put together. Anyways, I use a lot of the similar techniques. I sent him an email to state the same, so I did a few different things. Just simply I work at a smaller scale, so I couldn't use as big a chips, and I had to break them up, and I had to do some cutting, and just the surface I was working with didn't allow me to leave full chips. But anyways, yeah, check him out, and I'm going to show what I did with it, and hopefully it gets his approval, and maybe you'll like it. But here it is. Hopefully you can see that. It's along the edge of that road, so basically I had a sharp drop off on the embankment. I was kind of running out of space to slope it down, and the customer did want a road there, so I had to make a sharp drop off. So here's what I did. I tied in some bark chips, and I did some rock, just sort of to break up the monotony of just the grass, and you can see here it's a nice step down. Now this leading edge here doesn't look as bad because I do have the step down. It's dropping off at a fast rate, so that looks a little more natural. Up at the top maybe is where I'm going to tie in my shrubs to sort of get that big transition from the track to the grass rather than leave it flat. I might do the shrubs at the top. And vary your shrubs too. Don't put all of them along the bottom because again you're creating artificial lines that way. You want to use the shrubs to break up your artificial line. So here I might go at the top, it might trail down to the bottom, and I have another piece to show you that connects to that one. And this uses the rock wall, and the rock wall actually goes up the slope and then sort of dissipates because the man-made rock wall picks up on the other side. So it's sort of a transition. It frames the road very well as well. I don't know if you can as well. I'm not sure if you can see down there or not, but it turned out pretty neat, I think. Using, like I said, Trainaholics techniques is basically what I used, more or less. And yeah, the effects pretty neat. I didn't use the exact same colors, but I mean that's nor here nor there. The effect is achieved as the same. So as you can see too on the hill here, I haven't got any shrubs, so you can see the real difference between